Welcome back to Team Fortress TV, and I'm sure you've all had a chance now to drive Mustang. It's really great driving Mustangs through this weekend. Mustang, Ford, our sponsor, of course. That's not true. Thank you for bearing with us through the delay. We are getting ready to bring you guys Jasmine T versus Crown on ProDuct. You've been waiting for it, and I think you deserve it. If I was the dad, I would give it to you right now, but I can't. As we told you in chat, people had to reinstall TF2 on a PC. Pulse's PC blew up. It happens.
It's LAN, baby. I don't think there's ever been a LAN where a PC's not blown up.
TF2 is like 70 gigs these days.
Yeah, it's literally been held together with biscuits and Pritstick.
Yeah, but you know, computers. We have some stuff going on. Someone else want to talk? I'm told I'm here in double.
Yeah, it's an 8-year-old game. It's understandable for it to be in this fragile state. I'm waiting for the Source 2 release of TF2 personally.
Is that happening?
Cannot wait.
Never.
I'm also waiting for the TF2 major as well.
What's that?
That is when we're going to get a $20 million tournament for TF2.
Sponsored by Ford?
No, that's just sponsored by Valve. You know, there's going to be, it's like the international.
Soon.
That'll be exciting, yeah.
So I cannot wait for that.
But what will happen first, the major or this game starting? Hey!
Ouch. That hurts for everybody.
Yeah.
Wow. Because we're all involved.
See, we have fun on this panel, don't we? Yeah.
So, I mean, some of us do. I was told, actually, as well, I was wondering who the yellow shirt person was, somebody that did a dab in the background.
Yep, he's wanted.
The police are coming, and anyone that tries to do funny stuff behind the camera, we're going to, I mean, you can come to the next iSeries, but you're gone from this one. That's it. I mean,
we want all the attention.
Don't try anything, or else you're going to be on the receiving end. I don't know where I'm going with that. At any rate, Crowns and Jasmine, do we remember our predictions? You guys both said 3-2.
Crowns for this guy, Jasmine for this guy.
Cool. I'm going to say it's going to be a tie for this guy.
Tie?
What's got two thumbs and thinks it's a tie?
Can you tie him, Proto?
Nope.
I think it's going to be a tie. The config broke. Config's going to break.
It is best of 5.
Now, what happens if the computer blows up in the middle of a match?
Well, then Sideshow comes along and he's like, oh dear, we're at this scenario again.
There will be a pause, and then we get to have another 30-minute break.
That's great.
Then we
Twitch chat, do you guys want another break? Let us know in chat. Put them up if you want another 30-minute break.
Type 1 if you want to break. Type 2 if you want to break.
Yeah. Type 776 in chat if you want a break.
Don't say that. That's my PIN number.
Is it? 3 digits. Turbo, you should get out of here and figure that out. That's not enough numbers.
I can't handle 4.
He rings his bank and he says, "Can I please? I need to trim it down to 3."
Well, if someone takes your card, no one suspects a 3-digit number when it's supposed to be 4 digits.
Well, if they try and type in 766, what? No, 7764. But when they type in 776,
3 digits. That's how hard it is.
Yeah, that's why mine. I don't even have a PIN.
This criminal is not going to get my on.
I just put my card in and money comes out.
We put the call out for the brightest minds in the community, and this is what we got. Well, here we are.
You replace like common sense with game sense, okay?
Okay. So. And then what happens? What are you talking about?
It erases over, just like a computer.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the human brain is similar to a hard drive?
You can only have one sense. It's the game sense or the common sense.
Okay.
What would you have?
We have some information.
Okay. To be honest,
we have server information.
Game sense wouldn't get me far. Actually, no, wait. Game sense would probably get me into TI for Dota 2, so I might go for that.
I've never heard of that.
But I'd probably die on the way. So.
Yeah, you wouldn't have common sense and you'd spend the money on
it'd be getting there first. You'd probably have to have quite a bit of common sense to travel there. So
what if you just surround yourself with people with common sense, teamwork?
Yeah, that's why I've got a fiance.
Wow.
You handle the TF2, I'll handle
Do you guys know
else.
War has a fiance?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Sometimes I think it's just because it's just so you can tell people you have one.
Yeah.
Now, what is that? Am I on to you or?
So Crowns versus Jasmine T.
Admirable in here, yeah.
That's a bloody good game.
Now we're told that the TF2 was reinstalled, so let's walk through the process. You reinstall TF2. You gotta go in and get your sensitivity set up. Set your graphics settings, probably.
Well, if you
Steam Cloud, mate.
Steam Cloud. Now what is that?
That is when the cloud saves your settings, and when you install TF2, just come back.
Really? Now, what about his sprays? What if he wants to use a spray? Have to re-download the spray. That could take forever.
That is a very niche problem, and one that we did
guys,
not.
we're going to need another break for this spray.
We didn't.
The next update from TF2, guys, this is the one we've been waiting for. Sprays have been optimized.
He has the one where, like, from the old YouTube video of a spy spraying like a nudie lady on the wall. Yeah. So then he thinks that like he's going to spray it like near on the midpoint on Viaduct, and like Raymond's going to turn to the right and be like, female.
Look over there. There's a lady. And the spy is just standing there waiting.
Breasts.
It's very smart. Your demo goes spy. That's a very smart strat on Viaduct.
It's a specific strat.
Map.
Whoa. I went sniper when I was playing Demo Man for TLR. We lost the map online, but that wasn't my fault. That was her P's fault because he didn't get on the point.
And it wasn't your fault for going sniper.
That was
not.
That was a kicking a helmet, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, it was. It was product, so it actually works.
Okay.
If you want to lose.
Apparently it works. What's this guy doing behind?
He's dabbing.
Oh.
So he's holding up a Twitch sign on this stream that's on Twitch right now. So that makes a ton of sense.
He's dabbing.
By the way, guys,
he's trying to forgive.
Well, by the way, have you checked out desks? There's a desk right here. A lot of you guys, you might want to check them out. Why would you hold up a Twitch sign on a Twitch broadcast?
It's just like it's a
wall. Can we get rid of him? Can we get him out of here, please?
See.
No? Can we get him out of here?
He was trying to get forgiveness, but he's just...
This is a dab-free zone. Where did he get a sign that said Twitch anyway? How do we get one of those?
It's because Twitch is here. So...
What do you mean?
Like, the main stage is sponsored by and powered by Twitch. They've got a lounge here as well.
And that's that big Amazon money. Amazon, of course, the parent company of Twitch, making this all possible with their bandwidth for us to sit here and talk about Twitch signs.
Exactly.
So I'm being told we have 7 on the server. Now, what that probably means is we could have 3 members of Jasmine T and 4 members of Crowns. It could be 2 members of Crowns and 5 Jasmine T. It could be...
Maths.
I just guessed it on the second guess.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm glad that the joke got to end there instead of me listing out every possibility.
So
personally. Not that I wouldn't have stuck with it, but I guessed it. Second chance. So somebody owes me a beer.
That's the majority.
That was the agreement. Max is getting me a beer. All right, great.
Majority of...
That's it. Good night.
Alcohol is bad.
Yeah.
Majority of Crowns are missing then.
The majority of Crowns, well...
it would be Crowns, wouldn't it?
I call them clowns.
Oh, wow.
Whoa,
that joke's never been made.
Yeah, that's a reference.
I called them cows, actually, recently in a cast that I did with Sideshow.
The clowns is for the previous team, which was Xenix.
Yeah.
Right. Xenix used to be
former Crowns. Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, the Crows now.
Well, but Crowns, the current Crowns, used to be nameless, on which everybody would call them clueless.
Okay.
Meme history.
More people are interested in Yellow Shirt Guy than, we've got him there on the line. Hello, Yellow Shirt Guy? Hello?
Hello.
I'll have to catch up with him later.
He only speaks in dabs.
Wow. Boy, 2016. What a great year. Everything's perfect in 2016. We're at the largest gaming tournament of the year, and we're looking at a gentleman in a yellow shirt who has put a Twitch sign on a chair like a human being would sit down.
Well,
that's what we're doing?
Yeah.
It's got the Twitch sign on it.
This is our life.
But,
Twitch chat, do you guys have any predictions on anything at all? What time is the sun going to come up tomorrow where you live? Give us your predictions in Twitch chat.
I predict 3 to 4 a.m.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What's going on back there?
What?
I can't hear you anyways. I don't know why I even asked. Do you know what, guys? Since this guy is trying to encroach on our cast or on our analyst desk, let's kick it over to the casters making their debut. We got Dreamboat. We got Max. Take it away, lads.
inside the middle seat. It is too sensitive to cables.
Yeah. All right. After all of that, finally here, as we were introduced by Getawhale, I am Max, joined by Dreamboat. We do actually have another name that we just came up with. I'm pretty sure Dream Max is the one that won.
Yeah, beat out Max Boat very slimly in a straw poll we had on TFTV.
So
the Dream Max, that's the two of us here at i58, and we have a great match coming up here, Jasmine and Crowns. Everyone seemed to be pessimistic, and what I mean by that is they were not as hyped on Jasmine T as I wanted them to be. I mean, I don't know if you remember in the last map, like in the crowd, you could probably hear me screaming about how much I like Jasmine T. So, I want to say, despite their pessimism, I think Jasmine T is going to take this map.
all right, really?
I think it's going to be, give me a 4-1.
We have different rules, man. You're out of touch. So what we do is it's first to 3. That's it. Full stop.
Oh, first to 3.
Yeah, it's first to 3. And
3-1 then.
Okay, 3-1 to Jasmine. I think this is going to be really interesting because it's like take you through a little bit of history. The Australians actually kind of taught us in Europe how to play Viaduct. So at i52, the breakout team that came in, with Sheep and Scouts and DM and all that, they ran, the double Scout and 1 sniper strap, and the Euros watched that and we were like, oh crap, that's actually amazing. They're beating all of us. Like, we have no hope. And, I mean, there was Nox, oh, we need to rotate. We just rotate the sniper. And then it didn't really work. Well, I guess it did. They got 4th. But, and after that, Europe kind of started playing that way. But America didn't really go to it. I don't know, probably don't have as many good snipers as we do in Europe. And they kept, like, the 2 solis and they'd play really aggressively. And eventually in Europe, we kind of dropped that. Thanks to Crowns, they picked up the Froyo way. For you at the time, and so when they picked up Drac, they picked up Captain. They go for these deep, aggressive solly bombs, and we kind of have like a mix and match of how people do it now. But now it looks like the Jasmine are coming back, and they do the double Scout and Sniper thing, right? So it's like come full circle. And I think it's going to be a cool match just because of that.
Well, the other thing is too is when people think of Australia, they think and think of i52. One name comes to mind, especially when you're talking like a sniper, Sheep. Sheep was an absolute monster. He's arguably the greatest sniper in TF2 history. Now, here's the thing. Australia has churned out another sniper god. We saw that back on Process as they played Froyo. Yui is an absolute monster, and I don't think I'd be shocked to see him go absolute Sheep level here. He's capable of it. He's done it before. You could even argue that he might be better when he's on. He's a little bit less consistent, though.
That's
But those are big shoes, and I think Yui can fill them.
I don't know. Sheep hit some dumb shots.
So does Yui.
Yeah, I saw Yui hit some like incredible stuff back from when they were camping in the Net Cafe, and it's like from what I hear, that was literally the worst setup one could ever play on. So if he was hitting some of the stuff which I saw there, I can only imagine what he's going to be able to pull on LAN. Especially earlier in the last game, we saw he just peeked and got headshots like instantly. Has some tweak level reaction times, but it can actually like aim way better as well. So that's pretty cool. Better than Sheep. I mean, we need a little bit more data for that. We'll see it out. But Crowns do have their own sniper. You definitely don't count them out. He doesn't come out too often. It's Stark, obviously, who I'm talking about. They usually pull him out for a very specific play. They don't have him stay sniper for a very long time, unless he just doesn't die. They usually get him for one specific play, just not the whole round. And it has to be forced. They usually prefer to have like the 2 scouts and the 2 solis and just to be output and constant aggression. That's kind of more how they play. And it's been working out kind of well for them. Historically, Crowns have like... They're either, depending on the day, they're the best team or the worst team in the world at Viaduct. And so maybe if Jasmine are like consistent and Crowns are having one of their bad days, this could definitely be an upset. I mean, Viaduct is always the upset map. It's the only non-5 CP map we play, and it's something that just makes TF2 so much more dynamic and interesting.
And the big thing to look at, too, is that big duel. I mean, Yui, Stark, Haffy, and Madness. The scouts, snipers, whatever you want to call them. I'm sure we'll see a lot of both. And they're just... That is going to be what defines this map. That's Viaduct, or Product, sorry, for you.
I still call it Viaduct.
You caught me.
Like I've called it Viaduct for so many years now. You can't just come in and change it to Product. God, you've changed how I even say it now. It's Product. P-R-O, Product. Oh god, this is going to be one of the hardest games. It's something I'm very excited for. I mean, I think everyone was always really excited for like the Aussie versus anyone games just to see how they match up. And I think Viaduct is like the perfect map for that because Crowns have this tendency to play a little slow. And I think after all these delays, you don't want to watch a map of Crowns taking 20 minutes to decide to do something.
You're telling me you weren't looking forward to seeing a 30-minute 1-0 here?
Yeah, surprisingly not. I wasn't.
Wow. I don't know what to say. I would be excited. I mean, 1-0, it's a close.
No. I mean, there can be some high 1-0s.
I am way happier to be going to Viaduct here. It's a great map, back and forth.
Yep.
I think we could honestly see anything come out of these teams. Things to look forward to, at least in my opinion, being more of a Jasmine guy. I mean, I cast a lot of the Australian games. And talking to my frequent co-caster over there, Smithsonian, he said that Viaduct could be the best map for them to play on here. He also said that Gully was one of their best maps, or if not their best map, and they kind of struggled earlier. So, not sure how much I trust Smith, but in his opinion, he's a big follower of both leagues. In his opinion, Jasmine has the edge here.
Okay. The big problem with this is we can only look at it from how they kind of play the map, but we don't actually have any results of how they match up against each other, right? So, Jasmine might play this map really smartly, but their soldiers have never played against Stark and Haffy. And that could honestly be a huge problem. We've seen those two time and time again go ham on this map. And Huffy can absolutely just mulch you down. And Stark always puts out amazing games. He even had match Clockwork stat for stat at a game at i58. I think the only difference was he did 1,000 less damage and Clockwork had 1,000 more heals. And on the flip side, it was Nerd Rage lost 3-1 and Stark still did that. So, absolute beast.
Well, I'm hearing that we should be seeing what's going to happen very shortly. I just want a quick prediction out of you.
Quick prediction. I've got to go with my boys' Crowns. I've known these boys for years. I always believe in them. I will always root for them, even if chat may hate me for it. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Crowns. I'm going to say 3-2. I want this to go the distance.
Darn biased Europeans.
Yeah, I'm a biased European.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm technically a biased Aussie. They did kind of adopt me as a caster, so we got the full bias here. I guess I'll be cheering for Jasmine. You'll be cheering for Crowns, and we'll see how this goes.
Have you ever lived in Australia?
No.
I'm more Australian than you. I grew up in New Zealand.
Well, I just got shown up. I guess we have the double Australian love here, except he's abandoning them.
Yeah.
I'm coming to them.
Well, Kiwi's like Aussie by proxy. It's like when we need to be. So.
Yeah, well, it's close enough, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
So
what's yours?
I'm sticking with 3-1. I think Jasmine has this. Paulston is probably the best demo, I think, in the server right now.
All right, we're live.
But we are alive here. That means that we're going right into this opening placement. No one has really kind of committed to anything. It is just the rollout. But now Paulston's moved up quickly up the slope. And they are just shooting around here. We have no game sound right now. But that should be fixed shortly as a big bomb comes in from Zaka. He's getting right in there. He grabs 2 of them. He synced it. Madness cleaned up Captain Geo getting spud. That is a big opening here for Jasmine T. Fans, are you happy? You should be happy. And Raymond, he's actually being chased hard here. He will get into resub.
What's Raymond? Raymond's peeking him. Raymond has balls of steel. Oh my god, he almost killed Huey there with the arrow as well. I mean, that's the only good thing about that is that Raymond survived. But for all intents and purposes, Crown's got the royal treatment there from Jasmine. Like, they tried to... I don't know, Zaka just jumped across and the scouts are ready to follow up on the damage. We do have Crowns trying to make a play, though. Stark coming out as that Pyro. Famous player there as he does get the kill, and they finish off Dave.
They got 3 people off a Pyro play there. I don't know what to say. EU gimmicks in full force here. Paulson's going to get cleaned up here, too, by Captain, and Yui should go down. I don't think he can grab Raymond. No, he's down.
Oh, that was so good by Crowns. Really clean. They just knew that they were going to be forward holding. They took the Pyro right into it, and Jasmine just had no idea what to do. They're like, Pyro! What do we do? So now we're going to have Crowns taking their turn for a forward hold. They're not going to. They're like holding hard left, and they've got Spud on his own on the right side. I'm kind of curious to see how Jasmine want to deal with this one. It's not like your typical hard left hold though from Crowns. Like we do have Captain Main. He does catch out Zaka though. That was really bad from Zaka. Really. Oh no, actually we just have Jasmine taking turns to run into Captain. He does go down along with Huffy Cool, but in the end that's going to leave only Dave alive. Not looking too good for Jasmine at the moment. Stuck almost picks off the Dave there in resub. That would have been really, really bad, but no. Crown's fully in the driver's seat right now.
That said, Jasmine has afforded themselves some space to get out here, so we're going to see the real push come forth here as Gio is bombing forward. Drac is really hurt. He's going to back right out of this, but Jasmine grabbing a lot of space. The Uber is popped off of Raymond, and Stark and Happy clean up Gio and Zaka, so that's no soldiers, but that force is going to be enough for Jasmine T as they're taking Dave way back. He's at 95%. So that should open things up as Madness just dies to die.
Well, yeah, like losing any numbers there was totally fine. That play was entirely just to get the force out, so it was essentially mission accomplished. And now they've got this Uber advantage. Looks like they want to take it cliff. Let's see how they roll this one out. They're not getting forward holded, so it's a new chance for them.
Well, Drac is actually hiding here. I don't know if they know he's there. He's actually getting raided on Dave. He will get cleaned up. That's an opening pick. Stark is running, and he's going to force this really early. They get 2 of them, but Raymond is so far out of this fight. The Crowns will leapfrog Uber advantages here. Gio's jumping forward, seeing if he can grab anything. He will not be able to. Point goes down, but with Raymond living, that leaves a huge Uber advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were playing for. They were like, oh, the moment they're coming in, we just want to get the Uber out of them. They were already out of the fight, and it happened perfectly. Drac went in, and then Stark came in for the follow-up, got the force. Doesn't matter that he died. He's trying this Pyro again. Huffy coming in for a little bit of support. Jasmine showing it so much respect, though, immediately backing off. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Like, you can just put your scouts on him, it's totally fine. But, yeah, they give him all the room they need, and now Spud is just going to be able to rain all these stickies onto the team.
But Paulson's also raining in death, and he gets a force out there onto Raymond. Happy's in a little bit of trouble with Gio. He's going to live. Actually, Gio cleans him up in the end. That's the only casualty on Jasmine so far, too, is Gio. So this is really good again, as they're just going to leapfrog that Ubers. Dave is at 90, so he's just going to walk right back in here with his team, as his team's already up from the spawn advantage.
Yeah, team's just taking turn to recap the point. It's like, you have it now. No, you have it now. But eventually that's going to have to come to an end, and it does look like Jasmine are having a lot harder time taking this point. Actually, Madness is the first drop. Uber's not even been used yet. They're finally onto the point now, and Crowns are going to have to go for the force track. Oh, Captain, sorry, goes in for that, but he does get cleaned down. Dave doing so well to not even take any damage here, and the remaining Crowns players just going to have to back out. Raymond's going to need to stay alive and hold his Uber because he's pretty close.
Dave's an absolute lord with those serves. They were great, keeping him alive. He barely took anything, you know? Good jukes and dancing around. He should give me dance lessons or something. But now they are starting to have the Crowns push coming forward. The Uber is climbing for them, so they want to get the earlier force here out of Dave. Don't know if they can do it. What do you think?
Yes, I will always believe in Crowns. Here we go. Uber popped off from them, going straight into the combo. Got some good damage. Got the Uber out really quickly. Paulson trying to lay down the stickies. Captain's actually going to use the tail end of the Uber to try and go behind, but Gio's just going to counter jump him with the final parts of his. Drac goes forward and gets taken down. Spud raining all the stickies over the team. It's now all for the scouts to clean up. Oh, Jasmine are really weak, and Crowns have so much help. Will it actually happen? Spud has already got 4 kills. Huffy, 2, looking to chase it up, but Stark steals that one from him. Denies the 3K. What a...
Oh my lord, some of those stickies and pipes come in from Spud looking like an absolute monster. Those are the kind of things that I've been told to expect from him, but it is always great to see. Jasmine, though, going for the quick play, coming right out into the fight here. They have not killed anyone, but Happy is really hurt. They actually drop Dave out of the Captain, grabs 2. He picks off Yui. Paulson will trade that out, but losing Dave is so crucial because now Raymond's got that massive advantage, and time is low. We're 30 seconds away for Crowns.
Yeah, Jasmine completely have to commit to the sack right now. Raymond knows it, so he's playing back with Spud. They're going to get their spawners. They just got to keep them waiting. Oh, we do finally have Zaka. Oh, no, Raymond, and he gets the pick! Oh my god, that's so huge! Pretty much all of Crowns dead. Stark is up now. He's going to back off, wait for his respawners, but only 48 seconds left. There is time for Crowns to make some kind of play happen, but will they do it? That's the question.
Putty and Madness went absolutely huge there. They both picked up 2 and did so much damage cleaning up off each other's work, and that absolutely crippled Crowns. And this is looking so good because Dave is so high on that Uber. He's got about a 50% advantage here.
The question is, will he keep it for the whole time? Drac and Stark have been really good. Actually, as I say it, Drac runs in, both Solis meet each other in the air. Captain tries to follow him up, but he does go down. Paulson going pretty low, though, and Crown's just knocking their health down and eventually getting the point. Uber finally has to be used by Dave here. Jasmine coming in. Huffy's going to be the first pick there. Gio picks him up, and Crown's going to sort of wait a little bit before they go back in.
Can we just take a second and talk about some of those rockets from Gio? He's been absolutely mental. Paulson will get cleaned up by Stark. He was trying to chase down Raymond. Raymond's in a bit of trouble here. A little bit of spam could catch that. Zach actually picked off Stark just from these spam angles. But there's the wrap. Crowns is going for the wrap play. I don't know if they can actually get enough time on point or pressure here. This fight is so huge, and Happy is the first casualty. The Uber comes out from Raymond, and now it's kind of the juking around. Jasmine do not want to let this get capped. They do, though, and now they have 5 seconds to step on it. Yui picks one off. Captain does trade it out. Stark grabs Gio. Paulson picks off Drac. It is chaos here. The health is so bad, and it looks like Paulson, he's gonna win this. Except Raymond, he gets an Ubersaw. He gets another. Can he? No.
Oh!
Paulson.
Whoa.
Round 1.
Whoa.
Jasmine.
Down to the wire. Jasmine and Crowns just going at each other like wolves. I loved that first round. I can't wait to watch the second run. This is going to be amazing. Both teams playing at peak level right now. Oh, taking me on this middle, Dreamboat.
This is the Jasmine I was hoping to see. They showed it late on process, and now we're going into this next fight. Spud is sitting up on that cliffside, just raining some stickies in. Hasn't connected too hard, and now the bombs are coming forward. Zach is jumping right in there. He's just feeling the pack, and now he's distracting everybody. He's going to clean up Captain, Spud, and Happy all down. Geo and Madness, the only casualties the other way. Is Drac really lit on point two. Starkey, he's flanking there. He might clean something up. He's getting right in here as Drac goes down. But Yui spots him out, so does Zaka, and Stark will not grab anybody. Another great opening here from Jasmine T.
Yeah, they're really just shutting down Crowns' early aggression. They're dealing with it really well. Like, Crowns don't really seem to be focusing anyone, and Dave's just managed to keeping everyone healed. And so, like, the longer the fight takes, just the more it's going to favor them, and the scouts really aren't getting anything. It was a good attempt by Stark towards the end to try and get behind, but he just got caught, so it was never really going to happen. So now, with a full Uber on Dave, Raymond's trying to build his. It doesn't look like Jasmine want to send anyone to take care of that. They're one round up, and it's still really early. I'd like to see someone try and jump Raymond, but, I mean, it's LAN. I can see why everyone's playing safe. And with the Uber coming up, let's see what Crowns do.
They get right in there. That's Captain throwing some 60 around, but it's Stark getting taken out by Geo. That's Jasmine's pocket with a big kill. And he might actually catch Captain. No, he was other. He's so late, Captain. Well, no! Madness feeds! How do you miss that, Madness? Geo does continue to do work. He picks off the Demo Man Spud. He is still going well, but Madness, that was not ideal out of him.
I mean, it definitely wasn't, as this fight should be dying right now, but throughout all of this, Jasmine have kept the point, and now they're down on 2 minutes. Crowns haven't even capped it yet. They're still not even, like, in a convincing position to try and make a play for the point. Both Solis forward now, so I guess it's that time. But they're always so grouped up. I mean, Pulsing could just hit a couple stickies and they get knocked below half HP. That's what's happened now. So now they're already engaging with poor health, and Captain's just going to get picked up immediately after he bombs, and so will the rest of his team. It's just... I think Crowns are staying in for far too long. Now they're going to have to try and get Raymond out. Zach is in onto him. They're going to pick off the soldier and clean off Raymond. Just super smart play from Jasmine there. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I think, you know what? Screw you.
Oh, right. Are you coming over? Are you on the Aussie train?
100%.
There we go.
I'm
and I want to say 2 words for that.
Yeah.
2 words, Yui Madness. The 2 of them just plus forward. It held W and just hit everything. Madness, after I kind of insulted him, was just so impactful in that fight. Crowns, though, they are looking to come back in.
Yeah, they're trying this pyro play again, but now finally that's what I wanted to see from them earlier. Just put the scouts on Stark and then he can't do anything. He's got to try and, you know, shotgun them himself. I mean, it's not really going to work out. Drac, oh, that was so good. Just completely shut him down. Paulson slamming Drac. Stark's still on the pyro, just runs in though. He tries to go for the flare air shot, can't quite hit it. He has got 1 kill though. Spud lands a pipe onto Paulson then. Stark's still trying this pyro play. Going all the way behind point. He's got Dave!
He got Dave! What? Stark! Oh, what?
EU, I love you. I never said anything nice about Australia.
What? How did that work? How did he just run on point as Pyro and just hit the crit flare? That might be the most insane play I've ever seen on a Viaduct map.
That was insane, and so many people of Jasmine dead. Pulsing could just come up and claim the point now, finally capping it for the first time. I mean, Jasmine only have to take it down for 27 seconds, but, I mean, they've got Uber, so I should see them holding it at least twice before Jasmine cracked this.
You never know, though, with Jasmine playing the way they have, and they have that beast on Paulson leading in. He's putting out some good damage here. Here comes the bombs. Zaka getting in behind there, and they're going to pick up Drac early. Madness will trade that out, so not ideal, but the Uber is popped. Dave should live. And Paulson's actually going to live here, too, which is just a nice little security blanket, I guess, for Dave.
Yeah, that's Crowns playing the way I normally see them, just taking, you know, the moment they see someone's a little bit weak, they just focus them down and slowly push them out. They like to kill them 1 by 1, you know, so make the spawns out of sync and all that kind of good stuff. And now they've converted this to a forward hold. Their previous forward hold worked out quite well because 2 players just decided to lemmings into captain and die. So, you know, but whenever they've been holding back, it's been kind of even for them. So I really like to see that they're doing it the whole, like the forward way. But they do have an Uber disadvantage. So like, yeah, the moment they come out, they're gonna have to give up all the ground that they've got.
Oh, and the Uber's popped here really early out of Jasmine. I'm not sure I like that because Dave is full health. It is just grabbing them space on this point. They are really forward, and no one has died yet. And oh my lord, Paulson! 2K with the pipes, grabbing Stark, grabbing Spud. This kid is on fire.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Paulson right now. This is like, you always say scouts, but as I'm saying the scout, Yui's just going ham. Got 2 kills there onto Captain and Huffy, and a force out of Raymond. He went down to 20 HP. What is going on? Crown, no one in Europe has done this for a very long time. Like, there was DreamHack Summer, but that's, we don't talk about that, you know? This is crazy. What am I seeing?
This is an absolutely insane game. Drap going down here. Captain going, or should go down. And it is the point that will stay, though. No one got on it. That's 2-0 for Jasmine T. So much for those Crowns fanboys we had on the panel. Oh, I mean, Turbo did pick Jasmine, but he didn't pick them decisively. And they're showing up.
Yeah.
This is absolutely mental.
Oh, no, they are here, and they are here to play. Wow. All right, let's see what they do this on our third and possibly final middle. Take me away, Dreamboat.
Yeah, final mid, it could be. No one has gotten too far forward. Transplant is a little bit passive. Zach actually going right in there, and Putty will get cleaned up. Drac might actually find Madness here too. Geo down. This is not looking good. Crowns have finally broken the Jasmine opening mid wave. However, Dave looks to be escaping. Madness taking a 1v1 here with Stark. He's going to lose that. Stark putting up that scout play that we were expecting out of him.
That mid was pretty much decided the moment Zaka died. Like, he went for such an early bomb completely on his own. The scouts were totally ready for it, so they shut him down. And then the moment after that, like, Jasmine didn't really have a leg to stand on. I mean, they tried to push up.
Here we go. Yui! As I was going to say, here we go. We have Yui up, and he picks off Drac immediately.
He heard you.
This is the sniper lord of Yui. I compared him to Sheep earlier, and we're seeing what he can get. He forces Raymond early there, too. And the exchange is coming down. Captain cleaned up by Madness. And this is what everyone in Australia has been raving about. Happy going down as well. Jasmine T recapped the point here. And they are getting the forward hold.
Whoa. This is really, like, Crowns are starting to get the game back into it a little bit, but it's kind of happened every other round, and then Jasmine just sort of run away with it, like, the moment they regain any kind of control. We have no Ubers for either team right now, so it looks like Crowns are going to try and push it dry. Their general thing is just to try and get some people low and then push in or have them be committed on, but that's not working. When Jasmine commit, they usually win the fight. We do have the typical Solly bomb coming in right now. They're trying to get stuck behind, and there is a nice trade with Zaka there, but it does actually put Crowns in the numbers disadvantage right now.
Yui!
Yui hits another ridiculous headshot there. What is going on? Geo's on 27 HP. He's going to have to try and back out. I think Crowns are finally going to be capping this one out, but Jasmine are ready to come back.
Look at Yui. He's just juking in there, trying to find Raymond. He takes him with the body shot, just misses on the headshot, but he's opened up so much space. Spud and Raymond can't go forward at him because he's just going to rip their head off, and he hits another headshot there on the Drac. He's doing so much work in the fear factor. There is nothing Crowns can do right now.
I'm borderline speechless. This is amazing. Jasmine going for the winning push of the game, forcing the Uber out early, and they have a much better Uber because they got the multi out of Raymond also. So they've only got theirs on Geo, who's jumping in, gets right onto Raymond at the end of the Uber. Oh, he's not actually getting him. Happy will finish him. Wow! It doesn't matter because Yui just picks up a headshot onto Drac, but I mean, Raymond is still alive. He's going to be coming back in with the rest of his team. They are taking the clock down. Finally, Crowns do have the advantage in this one. Spud completely locks him off with those stickies there. This is really good. Crowns finally starting to look a little bit comfortable now. I mean, Yui was rocking him a little bit, but now it's definitely good. That was amazing focus fire on Paulson. Captain gets knocked behind, takes a fight there as Zaka goes down, and Captain's going to finish off Geo. This is the Crowns I'm used to seeing.
Yeah. Jasmine look a little bit shell-shocked right now. Dave going down there super late as well, and Paulson's even being pressured way back in spawn. That said, you know, they did give themselves a couple round cushions, and we're only at about a 40-second difference right now. So Jasmine do have plenty of room to get back into this game, even though Crowns have kind of taken a little bit of control here. It looked kind of similar in the first segment too.
This is going to be really hard for Jasmine. I mean, there's a full Uber advantage, and Geo goes down before the push even starts. I mean, Raymond should just use here, and they'll clean everyone up. There we go. Captain got his 6th kill of this life, and I mean, Drac's going to go down, but that's whatever.
They didn't get Dave, though. They didn't clean everyone up. Dave living is crucial, because that gives them a 50% ad, and that, I mean, is going to open them to come back in here.
Yeah, but the question is, will the Uber like, even work for them? You know, they might be a little cheeky pick coming out. Drax coming up now. He might just be ready to bomb and try and equalize an advantage, or maybe Crowns will just win the upcoming DM fight. I mean, we'll see. The Uber is coming really close. Dave should be a little bit more passive than he is right now to just survive.
Oh, and these scouts are so lit on Jasmine. Madness going down earlier. They're Spud down on the other side. And Starkey in. Here's the cleanup. Yui and Pulsing combined for 2 more. They do win that. The Uber was out, though, and this puts Jasmine in a, well, very precarious position. And they're waiting for Geo to spawn before they cap that. For those wondering why they were not capping and letting the time come down, So they will have the full men up, and Geo managed to pick off Drac.
Yeah, Drac just got, like, you know, knocked straight up. That was a really good fight from Jasmine T. Drac did exactly what I said. The moment he spawned, he just went for a force. But unfortunately, he forced Jasmine T when they were already in a good position. I'll finish this later. Cast the Uber.
Oh my lord! Spud won the air sticky and pipe combo, and he grabs another one. Geo down 2. Spud just won this round. Spud!
I'm speechless. Oh my god. Spud is a beautiful gamer, and he produces beautiful plays. Just walked right over and said, "You are not winning this on my watch," and that is crowns on the board.
And he 2-pipes Yui at the end there. Yui was just trying to run in and give him a point, and Spuds hits another ridiculous 2-pipe.
He's a god. I think he's a little annoyed that Paulson so far has been doing a little bit better. I think when Spud's angry, he's on it, so I really want to see what he does this middle, especially after closing it out that way. He's going to have so much momentum riding on his back. Jesus.
Yeah, he closed that out with a massive wombo combo. He is sitting again passively on this cliff side. No one has gone forward too much again. We're waiting for those bumps. Putty is actually going to beef his, or maybe fake it. And they do pick off Spud early. Geo did go down, but no Demo Man on the side of Crowns is crucial here early in this fight. Dave going down to Drac. Yui goes down to Stark. So somehow Crowns, without their Demo Man, are winning this, as Paulson on 13 HP is the last guy alive. He will be cleaned up. Crowns, they have your answer.
That was a clinical middle there. The double Solly Bomb did exactly what it did. It knocked everyone right below, like, even 30% HP, and then you just need Huffy and Stark to just sit around the point and just pick everyone off while they're trying to run away or whatever. And it's what happened. Now they've got the middle off of the back of that amazing way to close out the last round, and they're looking to hold their position. They don't want to give this away at all. I mean, obviously it's a forward hold. Do have Jasmine trying to come out now. Soldier locked up, but they lose Madness. So
he just ran across stickies. Like, they knew the stickies were there. They do force the Uber. I guess it was a 4-man sack. But Paulson is 1v1ing Stark here, and Stark is so late, and it's Zach who comes in to clean him up. But Stark grabbed Dave? What? Huh? I didn't see that. How did Dave die there?
Wow, Stark is so good at hiding, we didn't even catch him killing a medic, and we have wall
No, he was 1v1ing Paulson, but I guess he wasn't actually shooting Paulson. Dave was peeking from spawn to keep his demo alive and got cleaned up with the pistol.
All right, so we have the typical Crowns play. We just let them get on the point, and the moment they're on it, we just have both our Solis jump them. See, they're on the point. Captain streaming across, picks off Yui. Play by play. Now Drac's coming in, he's dealing his damage, and now Huffy and Stark are going to move across the point and try and pick up the remaining frags. Drac does get knocked behind and picked off by Zaka, but eventually Huffy Cool is going to pick off Geo. He sees the next target, that's Madness. He's trying to pick him off, but he can't quite get
Paulson. Do you see that pipe he connected onto Spuds? Paulson is doing a lot of work, even though this is a really good play from from Crowns. Paulson has done a lot of work to buy Jasmine the cap in space, and it's Zaka. He picks off Happy's flank. He forces the Uber. They should clean this up. I don't know. Dave actually had it. He pops off, and this should go. Jasmine and Raymond, sky high. He will not escape. Madness cleans him up.
But somehow Jasmine are losing all of their players. Captain just behind getting some picks. I mean, yeah, Raymond's down, but the rest of Jasmine are slowly dying. Paulson with a pipe bomb to Stark. Doesn't want to lose this round. Both Solis going in. Paulson does get picked off, but Drac and Captain have to go down for that. But it is going to be Crowns capping the point after that.
What is this Madness? Is Madness getting a couple big frags there to keep this alive? And now they just run a train into Happy Cool. He couldn't do anything. Spud gets cleaned up too. Yui wants where he doesn't chase Raymond though. I think he had a free pick on Raymond.
Nah, Yui knew that Raymond was just about to have the spawners behind his back. But I mean, Dave still has this big Uber advantage. So far, Jasmine have been holding like hard left, like on the cliff. It looks like they want to try and go a bit more forward here. They definitely got burned after their first forward hold attempt, and the other one, you know, they don't want to face any more pyro. So they're just sort of playing this one normal. We're going to have the Drac try and go behind. It's his classical play while Captain tries to do something forward. He has managed to get all the way in behind though, and he's trying to get onto Dave, but he's going to get cleaned up just in time.
Yeah, I guess it's the 4-man sacks. It actually worked out. They grabbed Dave. Captain with a nice direct long range. They're really crisp rocket out of him. But Raymond's in a bit of trouble here as they come forward. Geo will not get him. Paulson, though, still churning into the room. Oh my lord, Spud! He picks off Zach and Yui. It was just a nice little splash. But Paulson is still alive. He's still cleaning up Happy. He could get more here. No, he'll get cleaned up.
That was all on Spud, just connecting all of those pipes like a plumber, as we say in TF2, and just eventually getting his team the round. He immediately walked into a pipe from Paulson right afterwards, but it doesn't matter. Crowns now have the point. They still have the time advantage. They have an Uber advantage. The stars are slowly lining up for them. Let's see how they continue this map.
Oh, and Yui runs on to a sticky trap. He will be taken out there early. Maybe that might be the cue. We might see Yui sniper again. It did a lot of work before, and they actually grabbed Captain and Spud with Madness going down. So no Demo Man again on Crowns. And this is Paulson. What a pipe. Did you see that on the Happy? They grab a few more here as well, losing a couple. It's a 3v3. Both meds are alive. And it's Yui versus Stark. In a bit of a 1v1 here, Yui wants this. He's got a better fight to take there too, but he's just going to back off. They grab the point. That's enough for them. They do have 50 seconds to burn off.
That was really strange by Yui there, because Stark and Raymond separated, and he chose to go after Stark while Raymond was completely defenseless and with Uber. He's using the Uber now. Both teams eventually do pop it off. Battle over the point. We do have Captain trying to get behind, but they're completely denying it. So smart by Jasmine. They know their tricks. They know what they want to do. Now with both soldiers down, Crowns are slowly just going to get picked off. Paulson's raining so much damage with these stickies right now. Happy can't get anything going. Going to get picked off by Yui. Stark's turn to go in and try and get Dave, but Dave's amazing, goes down to 9 HP, stays alive. I can't talk. What is good? There's so much action!
Well, and there were a couple nice crossbows coming out there from Dave. We do have a saying in Australia, the crossbow king, his name is Dave. There's not anyone he can't save. And he hit a few nice ones there to keep a few of his players alive. Although he did, I will say, he did whiff one on Zach at the very end. But now is the Pyro coming out into the forward hold again. They're just backing it off this time. They're giving it a bit too much respect, and Geo on fire is in a bit of trouble. He will escape, and Zaka goes down. It's the other soldier being burned by the Pyro plays.
He sort of realized he was trapped in and tried to make a play, and it just didn't work out for him. And now with this one player advantage,
Stark! The air shot reflect onto Geo, but the cleanup, Yui and Paulson with massive pipes, they grab Raymond out of that. Stark and Happy, no scouts or medic. The sacks are going to come in for Dave. Dave, serve it away. He will not crater, and the captain can't clean him up.
He came ever so close.
That means this is game. There is nobody that can.
There's a tiny bit of overtime. Happy Cool's making a play for the point. He just gets nuked down instantly. 3-1.
3-1. Jasmine T. They did it. The demons have been slain. They've come out here. Crowns. Everyone was favoriting them. They come out massive.
What is going on? In the words of Brent, I don't understand TF2 anymore.
Now, you want to know what's most surprising to me?
No.
You don't follow Australia C, do you?
I know that Jasmine T are the best team in Australia.
What you don't know is that there is a man named a Bender, and he plays on a team called Long Live the Meta. And his thing is he off-classes a lot. You may have seen him on backcap. He walked into Badlands last as Pyro and backcapped.
Yes.
That is a Bender. That is the kind of gimmicks that these guys should be used to.
Yeah.
So why, like, the fact that they got burned by the Stark Pyro when they are used to a Bender catches me a little off guard.
That's because Stark's the greatest Pyro ever. But, like, people have been doubting Jasmine. They saw their PCW results. They've seen some of the games they've had here. They've been more and more convincing. I mean, they had a rough time versus Froyo, but they were bringing that back, and they've definitely ridden that momentum. And they have just beaten Crowns, one of the favorites for this tournament.
And one of the things that I think that we need to look at, too, is just how slammed those demos went. Paulson and Spud just went absolute. Anything you can do, I can do better. Yeah. And, you know, it's like one of them's Mario, one's Luigi. You know, they're both going out there and having insane games.
Yeah. I think one thing that was really amazing from Jasmine is, so I was pretty much saying it, like the main strat for Crowns is to have Drac and Captain going for the initial bomb, deal the damage. It's kind of like the Blitzkrieg. So Captain and Drac are the planes, they go over and deal the damage, and then the Scouts and Demo come in to secure everything. But whenever they were jumping, Jasmine was so split, and whoever they were shooting the players who were about to come in, and the players for Jasmine who weren't getting shot were killing the players that were coming into them. So the moment that it was time for Crowns to push across the point, they were already weak, and Jasmine already had the player advantage to play off, and they were just able to beat him from there.
And I mean, looking at it too, we have to talk about Madness and Yui too.
Yeah, they were. I don't really know who was the star of the show. I mean, it's pretty much every player at some point took a turn to be amazing. So I don't think it's fair to give a specific thing to any one or two people or anything. I think we should let the analysis desk just tell us who was amazing, or your own eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. Getawhale, I'll take it away.
Could have predicted Jasmine T winning. Somebody did. I believe. One guy did. At least one guy did.
It was me.
Dreamboat did too. We'll give credit. But who was expecting that? I'm not going to assume that there were a lot of people doing that. And Jasmine T, 3-1, fairly convincing.
I thought it was going to be close.
Yep.
Like, I thought it was going to be like a case of margins.
Yep.
But I didn't think that it would be 3-1.
You owe TurboTabs
I owe
$1,000. That was the bet.
Nothing.
Well, It certainly makes things more interesting, even though it is still the group stages. I mean, if you're Crowns right now, are you into panic mode yet, or are you still kind of okay?
No, they're not panicking at all. Again, like I said before, losses are good. Losses teach you things. You can look back at this, they can decide whether or not they're going to continue doing the way things are. And even then, you're going to be going into the tournament and it's going to start turning into a pick and ban phase. And if a map's really giving you that much trouble, you can just ban it.
True. That's true. I mean, do you think that is this going to make Crowns kind of fear Product the rest of the tournament now? Is it enough for that, or is this just kind of a bump in the road, either of you?
I think they've always had this fear because, like we said, it's just such a strange map. Like, it's different breed from all the other maps as well. It's just, imagine if there was any other, if you just started playing StarCraft and then suddenly one round in the tournament, they have to start playing Tiddlywinks. It's just...
I've never heard of either of those games. I have no idea what that means. Thoughts, War? Does Crowns really care about this too much, or is it all fine?
I would say they'd be very disappointed, especially with how confident they were going into this tournament. Kaidus said I'm fully charged. They didn't really expect, well, they expect to win. So losing against a team that is an unknown quantity, for starters, and what most people would say was pretty weak. If you can bring up the logs, I've already seen them ahead of time. In fact, I spoiled them myself.
War was looking at I mean, what does that mean? What are you talking about? Now look at this at the very top here. With 27 kills, we have somebody with a flame icon next to their name.
That is...
and that was called, though. We predicted that. You guys very much, TurboTabs called that out.
That was a glitch. He did not play Pyro. It's still a useless class.
I don't think it was a glitch.
But
we saw how it can really sort of control, and TurboTabs, you talked all about it right before the match. It can really throw off the other team's game.
Yeah.
It can really make them have to really kind of dig deep and think about what they're doing in terms of positioning.
Well, the beauty behind the Pyro is majority of teams just were picking up to deal with these forward holds, but then they found out, it's like, oh man, we've still got a Pyro on the field, can we really do much? And they've been... I think maybe it might have gotten better ever since there was a slight little buff to the Pyro where if somebody's on fire, they take less heals than they do. It's kind of just a lower heal rate, and if you're abusing that with the flare gun as well, you're getting that crit far away. It's almost like an easier sniper, more like a huntsman, where you're just constantly peppering them away from long range at like a safe distance, and you can probably just get the shy little bit of kills here and there. You even saw that in the last game where there was a med pick.
Absolutely. I mean, it's saying what you will about Pyro, and I'm sure people are saying things in Twitch chat all about it, but these teams want to win, even in these group phases. We're having a look at some of the damage numbers there now, right, as well. It was the demo show. I mean, how many pills did we see hit? It was disgusting. War, did you like it?
I did. If we could maybe hover over the Dimmerman icons production so we can get a ratio of how many...
It's not built into it, but maybe for next I series.
We can't do that, which is disappointing, but never mind.
We can get their names, though.
Yeah, that's the best part.
That we can do.
I think it was very, very close between the two. They both played amazingly. Viaduct is a very good Dimmerman map just because of the way it's shaped. It's very easy to lob stickies over the point from a safe distance. But not only that, anytime somebody goes aggressive on you, because they're so bunched up for the most part, and they'll be leading towards you, you fall out through a channel. So all the aggression is going to go into that channel where you are. So any sort of pipes you hit, everybody's going to be taking pretty much the same damage. And it works really, really well for a Dimmerman overall. It's probably the best map for a Dimmerman, along with Gullywash. And they proved it. Both of them were just hitting mad pipes. Spud especially. I don't know if it was he killed 3 people with one pipe or what, but there was I literally just saw on the kill feed
just
Spud
pipes
on 3 people, and I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. How about Raymond? 1 kill, 4 deaths in a losing effort.
The thing is, Raymond his survivability is ridiculous.
Yeah. But kind of a strange stat line to be losing with.
Yeah, it is. It's happened on Viaduct quite a few times. I can't remember the map specifically. It might have been against Lego in the grand final, or it might have been one of the games versus Full Tilt, but he really has good survivability. He hardly ever dies on this map as well. He's really, really good at just sort of assessing the situation and getting out, which is something that is brilliant. But considering that he only died 4 times, they didn't really put that into their favor. There would have been quite a few situations where they would have had uber advantage, but as you were saying at the start, anything can happen, and Viaduct is all about those time margins. If you don't sort of make the most of them, don't hold the point for long enough, or you don't get onto it quick enough, then it can just go.
The Viaduct effect, as it's called. Tell you what, we do have, speaking of demo man, we have another demo man actually ready to speak with us. We have eXtine, who is standing by with Kaidus, the coach of the Crowns team. We're waiting a second, but he's in the wings. Big Jason.
Do you think he's going to be disappointed in this team?
Is he crying? Is he going to be crying his eyes out?
His wrist will be hurting, even though he's not done anything.
That's low. Yeah. That's a low blow right there.
But
you don't even play demo anymore. You didn't play anything. Who are you? Who's this guy?
Wow.
Wow.
Jesus.
That was
it's
real.
Okay, Wargy.
That was real. Well, I mean, it's wow.
It's okay, buddy.
Can we get a new analyst? It's been a long time. Are we ready for Kaidus? We're going to kick it over to Kaidus and eXtine. eXtine?
Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to our interview section. This time I'm with Kaidus, the coach of Team Crowns. Now, to start things off, Kaidus, why don't you just describe a little bit of your team's journey to get here? You didn't have to travel as far as some of the other teams, but how has it been settling in and getting ready to play today?
Yeah, it's been okay. Considering we're all UK, it's been a bit tougher than it maybe should have been. I mean, half of us just get it on car. Two guys have to fly in, but it was okay. I mean, Stark was late, but Stark's been late to every LAN I've ever played with him, so I'm used to it by now, I guess.
Nice. And, since the coach position is kind of new to TF2, as well as kind of new to, Crowns, it's new to everybody, you guys got your first chance to utilize it at least a little bit in DreamHack Summer, and then at this event, more utilization of it and more capabilities. How has that been for you, and, how much, as an ex-player, how much do you feel like you're able to influence the team and take them to a higher level of play?
I don't know, really. DreamHack Summer was kind of where we learned that having me as a coach was probably what's best for the team. I wouldn't say it's something that's going to be best for every team, but we kind of built something over a year when I was playing as a main caller demo man, and we decided it was going to be better for us to try and continue that with me still calling from the coach position than completely changing everything a couple months before what is the TF2 World Championship. So coaches have their place, and we're forcing it into something that's probably not best utilized as, but it's best for our team at the moment. So that's how I'd sum it up at the moment.
Nice. So very interesting. You guys had a difficult performance against Jasmine, or just facing them in a very strong form. Ended up being 3-1 in their favor. Could you share some of your thoughts on their performance? What do you thought of the Aussie style and how that map went for you?
Yeah, they played really well. I was really happy actually to see them doing well. It's always this thing with the Australians where their boot camp goes really bad, and you actually start to even though they're supposed to be your opponents, you start to feel bad for them. But then every year it's the same, and they just kick your ass at some point. But Viaduct for us, it's not a map I'd say is one of ours. I think score was 3-1, but first round definitely, I would say almost should have been ours, but definitely could have been ours. Last round was close as well, and I'd say if I was to rank it in our maps, it's bottom 2. I don't know that much about what their map pool is, but I'd imagine it's quite high up for them. It always seems to be high up for the Australian team, so it's a bit of an assumption, but I'm all right. We lost it, but it's group stages. We haven't had the cleanest of days. We've started getting late. We haven't really warmed up properly with him. It's a close game. I'm happy. We can play them close on our worst maps, so we'll see what happens tomorrow on our best maps.
Nice. You guys have 2 more matches ahead of you, but you also already played 2 matches today. Strong results for you. What were the highlights of those matches, or what you felt were your strongest points?
Well, the best work we did today was definitely Xenix on Process. It was the first game we could get Stark in for. He missed the comfortably spanked game. We just kind of got through that with Perm, but the Xenix game was really good. We really got some momentum going. We're normally a really quiet and reserved team, but on that game, once we got going, everyone started to get a bit hyped. Even Haffy was playing well. Crazy, right? No, Haffy was actually really sick. I think the highlight for me was actually Haffy doing a 1v3 to back up last. It's the best thing I've seen so far this LAN, so that's probably the highlight so far, but I think the real highlights are still to come for us.
Nice. Now, we sort of alluded to it earlier, but you were mentioning your role being minimized by your injury. When do you think you might be playing esports again for our viewers, and how's your recovery going?
Well, I don't know really. The recovery's going slowly. I feel better on a day-to-day basis, but it's the kind of injury where you can feel better, but then the instant you start trying to go back to what you used to do, the same symptoms will come up. So it's going to be a really long process. I'd have no plans to start playing again immediately. It's something I definitely hope I can do, but I mean, if I was honest, I'd say like 2017 maybe.
Now, do you have any tips that you've gleaned from your process of recovery for younger gamers out there who might face the same issue if they keep playing at a really hard pace and not taking care of themselves?
Well, I get asked a lot about it. Like whenever people have, like in the TFT community, whenever people have issues with that, they come to me because I'm kind of, everyone knows I have these issues. But I don't know. I just say to people like, when you get like some niggling pain, just treat it seriously. Basically, I never had any warning. My hand went from great one day to absolutely screwed up the next. But most people, you get some pre-warning, and it'll probably go away after a day or so. But don't take the fact that it went away after one day as a sign that it's fine. It really means you have to change something about your setup or your habits when you're playing. Basically, just if you get a warning sign, be grateful, because I didn't. Basically, it just happened the other night.
Yeah, that's definitely good advice. Take care of yourself. We will be sending it back to our casters for a second, but wanted to give you a chance to throw out some shout-outs, Kaidus. Anybody you want to give some love to?
I just shout out to you guys, really. Like, obviously, with Dashn's issues, this has been probably one of the tougher events to produce so far, but I don't know. I've been busy, but from what I've seen, it's like we're doing like a good service to Dashner at the moment, so that's cool.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Kaidus. Appreciate the insights from you. Was great hearing about your team, and I wish you guys the best of luck in the next 2 games. And with that, we're going to throw it back to Getawhale. Take it away, Mike.